Welcome to This Week in Gaming with me, GD, the hottest place for news, the UK top 5 games and new releases of the week. In this week's news, Minecraft comes to PS3, a Star Wars game coming to beta soon, a new Zelda game announced, and the next Mass Effect in a playable state. Also, if you want to skip to a certain section of the video, just click on the labelled section to the left. First in this week's news, Minecraft launched on PlayStation 3 this week. The phenomenally successful breaking and placing blocks sandbox game is known as Minecraft PlayStation 3 Edition on Sony's console. You can download it from the PlayStation Store now. Minecraft PlayStation 4 Edition and Minecraft PlayStation Vita Edition are in development, but Mojang doesn't have a release date for those yet. Expect more news in the new year, the Swedish studio's Owen Hill wrote on EU PlayStation blog. The PS3 version comes with everything present in the other console version, Hill clarified. They're pretty much identical to play and will be developed in tandem from now on. Downloadable skins and texture packs will be sold from the store soon after the game's released. Mojang doesn't know whether the PlayStation 3 edition will feature remote play or compatibility with the Vita or the PS4 editions. We'll let you know as soon as we do, Hill added. Next in the news, Area 52 Games, Disney and Lucasfilm are opening beta for their new space combat sim, Star Wars Attack Squadron. The new title will give players the chance to pilot some of the most iconic and classic Star Wars spacecraft from both the Imperial and Rebellion navies, X-Wing fighters and TIE interceptors being two of the most anticipated. The 16-player online beta is scheduled to open early 2014. Users will be able to pilot and completely customize their ships to suit their play style. You can sign up for the open beta in the details below. Also in the news, Nintendo and Tecmo Koei are teaming up to combine two storied franchises, The Legend of Zelda and Dynasty Warriors. The new game, tentatively titled Hyrule Warriors, will be released for the Wii U at some point in 2014. Say what you will about Nintendo's recent strategies, it knows how to leverage its properties in new and interesting ways. On the list of possible Zelda game spin-offs, a mashup with Tecmo Koei button mashing franchise was probably fairly low. The game, announced during Nintendo Direct, is a spin-off of the franchise and a separate property from the main Zelda series, which is still unannounced but in development. Instead of exploring a reimagined Kingdom of Hyrule, Link will be unleashed upon hundreds of thousands, even tens of thousands of poor doomed enemies who will taste the justice of his steel. To add to the enemy body count, Link will be able to use a familiar assortment of weapons, including bombs and a wizard staff. To add to his repertoire, Link will also have what appears to be a charged up Musou attack taken from the DW games. If you aren't familiar with Dynasty Warriors games or their many spin-offs, the idea is simple. You choose a warrior, then sally forth and lay waste to thousands of enemies in a giant battlefield. It isn't exactly deep, but it's oddly satisfying and addicting. As the trailer notes, Hyrule Warriors is not to be the game's final title. Along with the actual name, there are lots of questions that we'll still need answers for, like is there co-op and whose brilliantly mad idea was this? Finally in this week's news, if the last game's ending didn't completely turn you off the series, you'll be pleased to hear that BioWare's Montreal studio is developing a new Mass Effect game right now. Better still, it's in a playable state according to Destructoid. Not that we can get our hands on it, mind, it's being kept tightly inside the studio. However, development seems to be going smoothly if a tweet from BioWare Edmonton and Montreal General Manager Ariane Flynn is anything to go by. Great time playing the next Mass Effect game in Montreal. Ambitious, beautiful, fresh, but recognisable, and fun. Apparently the game won't involve Commander Shepard and shouldn't be considered Mass Effect 4. Is it a side story to the original trilogy taking place at the same time but in a different part of space? Or is it so far in the future that it's unrelated to Shepard's adventures at all? Or perhaps it's a prequel that will tell Captain Anderson's story? Who knows? We do, however, know that it will run on the Frostbite 3 engine. that all the systems are going to be rejigged and that a lot of it will be borrowed from Dragon Age Inquisition. All in all, it isn't much to go on and it's all very secretive, but it sounds like something rather special is going on at Montreal. Now it's time for the UK Top 5.
Stars. Oh, really? And even I dare ask. Spazio verticale, Balotelli, che gol, splendida rete.
And that's it for the UK Top 5 this week. To check the full Top 20, just click on the links in the details below. Now to look at the new releases of the week, and only one, Halo Spartan Assault, comes to Xbox One on Christmas Eve. But to be honest, if you are kind of bored, there is also the Steam Winter Sale that began on the 19th and ends on the 3rd of January. So that's it for another week in gaming for the week ending 21st of December and for 2013. Your week is going to take a 2-week break for the holiday season and we'll be back for the week ending 11th of January 2014. Till then, follow us on Twitter or Facebook in the links below. Also, if you like the show, click on the subscribe button and the like button below. And from Your Week in Gaming and your game, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.